How are we doing, everybody? Merry Christmas or Merry Fitmas if you're going to try and stay in shape this public holiday. We'll see how this goes close to the time. But in today's video, we will be going through three gaming coins that I like for this run. High conviction plays, still considered low cap coins. Yes, they may have moved well since peak bottom lows, and some of them we may have caught, but I still like the look of these coins. So let's jump into it. Let's stop wasting time. Let's go. If people that know me well, this one won't be a surprise. This was a peak bottom catch. But currently, NAKA on Nakamoto Games, $125 million market cap per coin, still considered a low cap technically. Now, stay a little bit through. There's a personal reason around this coin as well, which I'm going to go through with you, and I really loved it. I really did. But let's move on quickly. First of all, $125 million market cap coin, loads of room for growth. Now, the coin has 51% in supply. A lot of gaming coins you will find are somewhat lopsided, or they still hold quite a lot. A lot of reasons down to that is their rewarding mechanisms. So NAKA is a play to earn type of based gaming community, which we'll get through in a minute. So a lot of these tokens do pay out for your participation. So where can you buy it? Basically everywhere. Bybit, BitGet, KuCoin, Mexi, HTX, if you ever use that one, Gate.io, if you use that one as well. And then obviously decentralized exchanges. So we'll go through what we usually look for. First of all, are they an active team? That's what we want to be looking out for. And I won't lie, it's probably one of the most active teams I've ever seen, especially within its market cap type of setup. You know, still a low cap, but this team have been active religiously throughout the whole of that previous bear turn that we had not long ago. Today, no matter what market condition, they've always got an update. They've always got something ready for their community, and they are gaining so much traction from investors that then turn into long-term investors, because we always keep seeing NAKA working behind the scenes tirelessly. So if we use their Twitter, for example, they've done a big update on the 30th of November. But then they did an update 7 hours ago. This would be around their app. Yeah, mobile app. So they were launching mobile apps. You got NAKA Farm Island. That was 12 hours ago. I won't bore too long, but 18 hours ago, yesterday, and quite a few yesterday, I would have thought. This gent called Ted, by the way, I would like to meet him one day because I love the Netherlands and I love Amsterdam. This gentleman is from Amsterdam, and he's quite a well-known person, actually. 137,000 followers on his page, and he likes NAKA as well, so that's a good sign. But let's just keep going a little bit further. As you can see, NAKA are always pumping out an update no matter what the market is doing, and I love that. And the way that they got through that downturn, March, April, May, June, July, I am extremely impressed. We'll go on to that personal thing at the very, very end. So what we'll do, we'll just jump into what NAKA basically is. In a nutshell, would you call it like a steam engine? I don't know. Some of you might say yes, some of you might say no. But they've got a lots of services. You know, you've got stakings, referrals, you've got quests, and you've got your season passes and your awards. But then you've got games. You got your free-to-play games, and you've got your play-to-earn games. And then free-to-earn games, I don't think there's many of them at the moment. But this is all about plugging in your extension wallets, and you'd have NAKA on your MetaMask, for example. You'll connect it to the gaming services, and your playing time and the achievements that you do does unlock rewards for you. So it's a play to earn type of scenario, which a lot of games are, to be fair, currently. And one of the other ones that we're about to go through will be something similar. You got your fighting games, you got NFT games, shootings. They're covering all bases, and they've even got what I call the toilet games. Toilet games, long story short, where you would just gladly go to the loo, bit like a Candy Crush, and you'll sit there for an hour and absolutely non-stop hit the buttons on your phone, and you are hooked on the game. I love gaming tokens that have that type of ease to play and ease to use type of setups because it's better to onboard and bring in new investors. Not everything from a profitable point of view has to be a triple A title every single update that they do. So then what I'm going to do quickly is I'm just going to move on to the chart. So the chart itself, I've got lots of different types of charts for this. I'm going to try and keep this a little bit basic. So this is a daily time frame, and we were putting in a falling wedge here back into a very, very key support from previous bear market sell-offs, and we flipped and held that area. So we've turned that resistance into support, and it's been confirmed for now. So falling wedge, breakout. We then went into a bit of a bull pennant, would you call that, or a bull flag? I'll actually probably maybe go with bull flag to be fair on this one. If you want bull flag, we'll ping it up here right now. But we could be looking at a bull flag breakout, and this is a retest. So you might have heard these things in the past. So breakout, retest. So there is your breakout back onto that upper trend or lower trend from this area. And then we test it and move on. Breakout, retest. Really, 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 really good signs in a market, especially a bullish market. So if we're going to go all the way through to the lows, let's just leave that a quick second. I might have actually gave you a bit of a jump start on this one, but anyway, yes, it has moved considerably. Sometimes I struggle with that word. So anyway, but we did actually end up in like a 60x from lows. And I won't lie, me and the Patreons, we'll put the link in the descriptions, but we was stacking NAKA low, very, very low. So if you want front runner advantage, you know where we are. Feel free to join us, and it's also right there. Currently, at the moment, we are sat pretty on a 26x. Some people maybe 2015s, depending on where they entered. But we are still sat very, very comfortably here on NAKA. And if you're going to even draw some basic trends, just there, as you can see, that trend is being held. So if we are heading into a bull run, I've got a lot of conviction. This is what this video is about, that these type of coins and this coin has got a lot of room left in the tank. Can it 10x? Can it 20x? Can it 30x and more from here? Now, I have price targets of around about $30 for NAKA, maybe even a push to 40. So from where we're at today, 1.3 to 1.4, if we were going to take that up to 30, then we're still looking at a 21x from here. And if we're pushing that up to 40, then you're still getting close to a 30x. Guys, even at this point, 10, 20, 30x's, high conviction 10 to 30x's plays from here are not unheard of. And I think a lot of coins are going to do that over this bullish market. Can it go much higher? Yes. Have I seen ridiculous targets out there? Of course I have. Going to keep it reserved. Even taking it back up to previous highs is a 5x from here. $20, you're looking at a 13. And then again, we go to them 30s and so forth. Really, really, really like the look currently, and I still have high conviction. So let's move on to that personal bit before we move on to the next coins, shall we? So in June 2023, my mother passed away. And then I actually just put a little update on Twitter to say, guys, just give me a couple of days. I just need a bit of space, and I will be back social media, back in on all my Patreon and socials as usual after a little bit of relaxing time and dealing with situations. The only project that directly reached out to me was NAKA. So there has been no communication ever since, and I can show evidence of that if you want, of me and the team. So it's not a sponsored video, but I have been advocate for the project since the lows. And if I like a coin, I will talk about it, and I'll talk about it freely, not being paid to talk about it. And they wrote, all the best to you and your family. Stay strong, stay focused. You'll succeed in life. This is the challenging part of life, but rest assured that your mother knows you are striving to be the best, and she will always be proud of you. My days. I've never had a project. And I think I had like 7,000 followers on Twitter at the time, maybe a bit less than that. So They are a very engaging team with their community. They retweet you, they like your messages, and then they'll also, well, not every single person, but they took their time out to inbox me during a challenging time. That is a project that is in tune with its investors and its community. That is one of the key reasons why I think that this project still has a lot of room for growth. So let's move on to the next one. Point two, WAGMI. Now, these are in no actual order. It's just the way I decided to do the video. But we've got WAGMI Games. So first of all, this is a coin that has given me heart attacks and nuts in the past. Yeah, it's caused me to lose a few more hair stems than I'm already losing. But so let's just go through it. WAGMI at the moment also really charging up the ranks here as well for what it is. So 43 currently, 53 million overall, 2.2 trillion, and total supply is 1.8 trillion. So quite a nice overall allowance that's in circulation there from WAGMI. Few concerns over recent times. So WAGMI is on multiple exchanges, which has been Mexi, Uniswap, BingX, and Gate. So there was a little bit of bad news, unfortunately, not many moons ago, which was it got delisted off BitGet. And you know what? I genuinely think that that's going to be a bit of an error from BitGet, and I don't think they should have. And the delisting was just due to low volume, I believe, at the time, maybe a few other situations. But everything was kind of low in volume, especially low cap and low cap gaming. Well, meme coins are taking a hype and AI was taking a hype. I just think it was a little bit unfair with what happened. And the chart just reflect what I am about to go through. But first of all, yes, multiple exchanges for us to obtain this coin. WAGMI Games, it's a game based in the year 3022, open metaverse, battle combat type of game with in-game NFTs, and that's something that I like, and that leads on to a third coin as well. But in-game NFT collections, you can battle your or ready your player up, make your character better and stronger throughout the metaverse and throughout the game by having rarer NFTs. So this then obviously potentially turns the game into a bit of a play to win, but them type of games can be very, very lucrative for developers and for investors. It is both on the Google Play Store and on the App Store, and light versions and current versions are already there for you to use. WAGMI Defense, WAGMI Collections, WAGMI Games, like we say, it's got lots of partnerships currently and it's on lots of exchanges. You got chat, buybacks. It's actually quite intensive, this project, to be fair. So if anyone wants to go through it in a lot more detail, there it is, wagmigames.com. You got your in-game purchases, something else that I really, really like, microtransactions. They can make revenue not just dependent on the token sales. People can actually spend real world money on the game, equals incoming and ongoing revenue. And I like games that do have revenue sources just outside of what we say the token is worth. You have battles, exclusive tournaments, and then marketplace. If we look into their socials, and we have a little look here, that's their pinned tweet. A lot of projects will do that. 3 hours ago was their latest tweet. Then they've done retweets at 20 hours ago, 9th of December, and the 9th of December, and again. I know it sounds really, really petty and really, really simple, but I want to be seeing projects active no matter what the market condition is. And this is another team that are very, very active around the clock. Should we move into where there's been some heart attacks and losing hair moments? So I've been, again, it's another coin that I've been into for quite some time. And I think I bought my first lot of WAGMI in and around this area. And I might have topped up some here. I don't buy spiked market, so I do avoid buying these type of levels anyway. But we are putting in a lot of pressure on this resistance, which is what I'm about to go through any minute now. But then that kind of issue with BitGet and obviously bad market conditions, that actually did send us into a bit of a bad downward spiral. And we did actually correct 87%. Now, a lot of coins did fall extremely deep during the March and April and May sell-offs. We know they did, but again, delistings didn't help at the time. But ever since then, the recovery has been absolutely epic, and we ended up printing a 624 run since then. So why do I like this coin? One, I'm extremely bullish in gaming. It's an active team, not a bad market cap currently, and good circulation. Two, the recovery that they gave in a very, very bad moment in the market. Three, it's starting to look like this resistance is becoming weaker and weaker by the day. So we'll draw a big block here and we'll draw it across. So this is yet another tap to the resistance for WAGMI. Now, just for any coin, the more you test a resistance, the weaker it gets, and the more you test the support, the weaker it gets. But I am planning from this point on that WAGMI is going to break out and it is going to go for a nice run. Fingers crossed. So I do have some targets, but these targets I had in my head a long time ago. It goes back to the point of the importance of buying markets low. So I do have targets in and around the 0.00089 to let's call it 90 areas, which would be a nice 18x from there. That would have been from the lows, current lows, that is, not the wick. And we could then be looking at a 30x from the lows. Now, to be honest, now I'm starting to really think that this is quite an easy price target because 30x's in these markets are not unheard of. They're actually quite easy in many ways, especially with low cap coins, and especially with low cap coins with utility that have use cases and they are holding very, very well, regardless of what environment we're in. So if we take it from here to there, not very lucrative just yet. So do I have a stretch target? Yes, I do. So this is going to annoy the spreadsheet warriors, but shall we do it anyway? So from current market price, there's a possibility that we could still run even up to a 60, 70, 80x from here. We'll be knocking some zeros off and we'll be looking at 0.002. Yes, the market cap will be quite large. Been there, done it, worn the t-shirt. I've seen Sandbox overtake Minecraft market cap at peaks. Sandbox wasn't even a working project. Minecraft was bought out by Microsoft. Enjoy your spreadsheets. Anything can happen in crypto. And I think that that is a really, really big stretch target, of course. But I think we still could get somewhere around that area if we want to reserve them targets and maybe drop them to something maybe a little bit more round, potentially. We still could be looking at a nice 40x from that level, which still would have been a nice 200 and odd x in this market from lows. Now, these runs do happen. I think that that could be maybe a bit of a sweet spot. Guys, it is not high in market cap at all. It's $43 million market cap with currently a nice circulating supply of its overall market cap. So that is coin two. And let's move on to the last one. And last but not least, and I mean it, if you want other gaming or top gaming videos, please let me know and I'll gladly do them. I've got a list like no tomorrow. But Wilder World. Now, we're going somewhat sensibly on this one, $257 million market cap coin. Again, really healthy weighting into supply. It's basically meaning that I think price targets that we're about to set, you know, they could be realistic and there isn't going to be too much dumped into the market and it's not overinflated to where its previous highs were. Where can you get it? Again, practically everywhere, all major exchanges. Remember, coin market cap, type in the coin that you want to know, just scroll down and all the exchanges are there for you. First of all, Wilder World. They are an open metaverse game, racing, shooting, exploring, battle, earning. It's another play to earn. It's very immersive, this one. It's not little games in one big platform. This is a big game on a big platform. They call their town or the main town Miami, so a little bit like Miami, but Miami. And it is a very, very futuristic, Ready Player One type of situation. And then you do own, you're able to, in the end, take ownership of parcels or NFT lands as well. And you can have plots of your lands to be your own. And it's pretty big. And obviously, you can make your own characters. You can even scan yourself in and make your own character that way. Also, These NFTs just here. You can buy the cars, which is you're buying the wheels. You can craft, so you can make beasts which are going to look after you, or you can buy the beast that will look after you. You got your pals and your sidekicks. Does anyone remember the game Fallout? And you had your little guy that kind of went around with you, similar to that type of thing. Kicks, you do need to buy a kick. Well, from what I remember, I've got loads of these NFTs, but this is when it was first coming out. But you do need to buy the kicks to be able to roam around. And then you got your cribs. You've literally you can buy houses, okay, in your apartments and everything else out there. It's it's massive. To be honest, guys, it's doing really well. So let's just go through the Twitter page and let's just go through a little funny thing on the back of this. So first of all, again, a very, very active team. They've been around for a while, good following on social media as well. And they're always putting in an update somewhere, shape, or form. And their updates on game development, NFT developments, new kicks, and everything else. But Elon Musk, not so long ago, did a tweet, and I think it was an AI image of something. So it was this. I'm not going to put the volume on, but it was this. And I'm thinking to myself, that looks like WAGMI. And I even tweeted before the project tweeted about this, and I said, that looks like WAGMI. So, sorry, guys. So we were just going to go back very, very quickly. So then a couple of hours later, Wilder World actually wrote simulation confirmed. And then I jump on the back of it and I'm like, excuse me, I said that first and I got some credit for it. So yay. That's my claim to fame. But it has helped the price in many ways. So let's just go through that. So currently, guys, the price has gone through nearly 1,000 days of accumulation. I mean, some people will take accumulation up to here now, granted, but I drew this box years ago. Okay. I've been buying WAGMI down here, every low. Okay. Currently, we're going sideways, nearly 9,000 days into this box, and we've now broken out once again. But we have not broken out of this extremely key resistance, which is also maroon over here. We're probably going to be looking at 1,000 days of some form of accumulation at the lows before what we could be expecting a big breakout. So before we go into the price target, it's already $250 million market cap. We've been buying this thing low. No one actually knows in the end where a coin is going to end up in market cap. No one can ever know that information. It is blind guessing. But what we need to do is try and have realistic guesses, medium guesses, and then we have your absolute parabolic guesses, of course. Now, I have a price target for Wilder World in and around 18 to 20 cents ish. So that would then take us from current pricing back to that type of level on a 27x, give or take. Back to previous highs, you're just looking at a 10x, so 1,000%. Then you could be looking at a 28 to 27x if we're going to go even higher. Can it go much higher than this? Yes. Is there massively higher price targets than this online? Of course there is. We're trying to keep it reserved but realistic. Let's just see what happens. Now, if you was a bottom buyer of this coin, that changes everything. That's nearly your 100x play, 97x. 100x's, I mean, 200x's in gaming. I know I'm being really, really pushy here, but that would send us to a $40 price target. And I'm sorry, but 200x's has been done a million times over in 2020 to 21. So again, it could possibly happen. And that are my three high conviction plays for this bull run. High conviction plays for me are coins that have done well in that previous downturn of this year. They did well in 2022, 23. They didn't hold the bear market well, but the teams kept on digging in through all the bearish market conditions. And then even in 2024 bearish market conditions, when everything was falling 60, 70, 80, 90%, it's them teams that have been vocal throughout. They've not shied away. They stayed around. And that is my high conviction plays for 10, 20, 30, 40 X's and maybe more. It's all about the profit in the end, but we're going to be looking at things from a sensible standpoint. And I think that these projects have a high chance of making us a lot of money, even from this point. And that is it. 3 high conviction plays in gaming from me. If you want to see more of these, please let me know in the comments. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and you'll be notified on every future video that I do. Merry Christmas, everyone. Enjoy the Christmas month. And like I say, if you want anything else, please let me know. All the best. Take care. I'll see you in the next.